What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip and welcome back to another toy review. And in this video, we are going to take a look at CHRONICLE Kamen Rider Garren from Kamen Rider Blade. So in the previous one, I have reviewed the Blade King form. So I decided, why not get Tachibana-san? So for the memes. But to say, this is actually a great figure in my opinion, but we'll get to the actual review in a bit. So first, let's take a look at this bad boy right here. So this is, again, the complete figure. And as always with any Sodo Chronicle figure, you have to buy 2 boxes in order to complete the set. So for this set A, so this is the main body with a bunch of hands. And you can also see hands that have cards in it, and you have stickers for those cards as well. Well, for this video, I haven't done the hands actually, so we're just gonna focus on the main body. But yeah, so there's a hand that has the Absorb Queen Fusion Jack, I believe. No, that's just Fire and Frog. Nonetheless. So anyways, so 2 card version. There is a 3 card version that has, I believe, the cards for the Burning Divide Rider Kick. And we have here set B. So here. And in this set, so you have the head, armor parts. So you have the weapon as well, which is really interesting. You have also a version of the like basically the Garren, or yeah, so the Garren Rouser has 2 versions, which I could show in a bit later. So you can see like the normal gun version and then the card holster open. So there is a gun holster as well and the action base. So we're gonna take a look at those things later, but let's take a look at Kamen Rider Garren first. Now, to start off, I would say that this was much less of a hassle to put together than the King form. Probably because there are less stickers. Okay. And I gotta say, for the stickers, I think I did a fairly good job. So, like, for the stickers alone, I'm giving myself a 4.5 out of 5. Yeah. But nonetheless, so we take a look at the articulation. So this is the head. Again, the head is on a double joint. So there's an attachment joint near, like, on the upper part. It doesn't really move that much, but the key point is on the lower joint. So I'm gonna put back in. And this would allow some sort of movement, and the faceplate popped off. So now that it's popped off, so I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. So you need to pop this faceplate off actually in order to put the stickers inside of the face, and then you put it back like so. So that's how it looks like. The head turns around, but because of the collar, you can actually go 360. So you can go full left or full right, more or less, but again, 360 not possible. So even with the shoulder armors on, the arms can go up to over 90 degrees actually, especially if you pull it out a little bit. There you go. So the arms actually go like that, and I'm gonna put them down, turn them around. So yes, the shoulder armors are on the arm itself. So again, with that horizontal slot, so you can actually move the arms, you know, or the shoulders. You can move it forward and backward if you want. Elbow goes a bit more than 90 degrees. And if you see, like, the left arm right here, so there is intentionally a slot right there. So this could mean that there's another line of Sodo Chronicle, hopefully, in the near future. So that's where the Rouse Absorber is going to go. If you want to turn this into Kamen Rider Garren Jack form, hopefully there's going to be something announced about that pretty soon. So the hands, so they're on a typical ball joint. There is a bit of like a wiggle in there. So you can see this is a completely closed fist. So this is one of the hands available. And the right hand, as you can see with the Garren Rouser. So it is a dedicated trigger finger like hand. So this is again made out of soft plastic so that you can just slip the weapon through like so, right? And there we have it. So again, there's a left and right hand, but only the right hand has a dedicated trigger finger. So this holster right here, you attach onto the side. So this is made out of the same soft material as the holding hand. So as for the torso, you can bend a little bit to the front, but bends way back easily. So as for the turn, you can do waist turns, but you're not gonna go 360 with this one. Now, as for the legs, so I'm gonna take off the holster for a bit. I did pull it down from the thigh joint so that this part or this sticker would not get damaged at all. And by doing so, I can get almost a 180-degree split. Not a perfect split, but it can do the splits. So again, there's a thigh roll inside, kind of covered by that armor part. So the legs or the knees have a groove, so therefore you can bend the knee more than 90 degrees. Feet are on the ball joint, so you can't, and there's a groove on the inner side which allows you to tilt the feet. My hands are in the way, but yeah, you can tilt the feet like so and turn it around 360. Again, same thing with the other side anyway. So there you have it. Okay, so now let's take a look at the accessories. So I have shown you earlier the Garren Rouser. So this part right here that you're seeing facing the camera, so this is removable, but let's see. Yeah, so this is removable. I can, but I think I shouldn't. I don't want to damage the stickers, but you can remove this part. And with that said, wait, did I have? So these are the other hands, by the way. Wait, did I throw away that part? I believe not. Oh, snap. Either way, I'm not gonna use that card, I think. Or, not gonna use that part. So, anyways. So, like I mentioned earlier, so there is an attachment that allows you to, kind of open up the cards. Maybe it fell off somewhere. Well, it's not entirely lost, I think. But, I'm gonna try to find it. Nonetheless, like I only need this part anyway. So again, these are the card holding hands. So there's one card version, 2 card version, 3 card version card hands. As for the other hand options, so you get 2 closed fists. Again, I'm using the left hand, and there are 2 open hands. So this is the right hand. I tried to do it first, and then the left hand. I'm just gonna keep them as is. So this is the action base. I actually put the sticker underneath so that when I use this with other figures or Sodo Yudo figures, this action base is blank so that you don't have to see the name. And again, this is the soft holding hand. So the left hand is just the normal grip style, unlike the right hand that has a dedicated trigger finger. And for the stickers, again, surprisingly not a lot, considering, again, so these are just some stickers that I didn't use again. So there we go. So for me, it wasn't much of a hassle to put together, like I've mentioned, so less of a sticker hell. Maybe because I deliberately did not use those stickers. But either way, with a finished product, so again, we have an awesome looking figure, quite simple, and you can do so many poses with this one. So yeah, overall, Kamen Rider Garren. So again, it is simple, but with all the articulation and accessories, you can do a lot with this thing. So if you do want to use, again, like the open version, so you want to recreate scenes where Garren, pulls out the cards from the rouser, or you can do something like this as well. So, for example, Sayoka! And stuff like that. Again, I'm gonna do this for the memes. Definitely. So, again, it's a really good figure, and I would say I'm gonna have to give Kamen Rider Garren, so the Chronicle, of course, a 5 out of 5. Because, again, less stickers than King Form, so it's a lot less of a hassle. So you can do a lot with its accessories, and again, the proportions, the articulation, again. So everything is nice, especially for this kind of figure. So yeah, definitely a great figure that I could recommend to any Kamen Rider fan, especially if you like Kamen Rider Blade, or if you want to get this one for the memes. This is definitely one that you should get. So, by the way, this one is 650 yen per box, so yeah, it's a bit more expensive than your typical Sodo, but that's par for the course if you are going for the Sodo Chronicles. So they are typically a bit more expensive. But again, everything considered, it is worth the price and the quality. So yeah, definitely something that you should get for especially for Kamen Rider Blade fans. You like the Kamen Rider Blade memes, especially Tachibana-san, then this is definitely one for you. So I hope you enjoyed this review. As always, thanks for watching. Please do leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and it's time for the memes. Sayogo! Bye!